Silent treatment is a manipulation tactic used by narcissists to exert control and compel compliance from their victims, whether triggered by being called out on abusive behaviors, seeking drama due to boredom, or reacting to perceived threats to their ego. The reasons behind the silent treatment are often varied and not always as claimed by the narcissist. Regardless of the reason, what matters is that they are emotionally and psychologically abusing you to get their way with no regard for your feelings, needs, or opinions. So let's look at 7 ways to deal with the silent treatment. Begging and pleading with a narcissist to break their silence only reinforces their sense of power and importance. Narcissists thrive on attention, and by giving into their silent treatment, you feed their need for control. Often, narcissists will instigate conflict or act upset simply to elicit this reaction from you, knowing that you will eventually beg them to talk. Each time you give in to their demands, your resistance weakens, and the cycle continues as the attention you give is a drug to them that they cannot live without. But the impact on you will break you down emotionally until you are desperate from even the slightest acknowledgement from them. Eventually, you may find yourself accepting insults or degrading remarks just to end the silence, believing that any interaction, even negative, is better than none. It is crucial to recognize that you are not dealing with someone capable of empathy or compassion. True love doesn't involve withholding affection to force compliance. It seeks harmony and mutual respect within the relationship. By refusing to beg or plead, you maintain your dignity and avoid reinforcing the narcissist's control over you. Resist the urge to apologize for actions you didn't commit. Even if a narcissist insists you are at fault for their emotional turmoil, remember, the narcissist chooses to react with anger or hurt, and they choose to use silent treatment as a means of control. While apologizing may seem like a quick fix in the conflict, it plays right into the narcissist's hands. They are playing a strategic game, gathering ammunition for future manipulation. Any apology you offer today can and will be twisted and used against you in the future. Over time, these seemingly minor admissions of guilt will accumulate and be used against you to destroy your self-confidence and self-image. Furthermore, each apology reinforces the narcissist's belief in their own superiority and entitlement. Each time you apologize for their actions reinforces the belief that they are not responsible for their actions. They will push your boundaries further, testing what absurd accusations they can coerce you into admitting to. For them, it's all a game, a way to assert dominance and feed their own sense of importance. By refusing to apologize for unfounded allegations, you maintain your integrity and protect yourself from being manipulated by the narcissist's tactics. By refusing to talk to you, they have control and dominance over you. Turn things around and take back control by giving them a time limit, such as a few hours or until the next day, during which you'll give them space. You can say, "Clearly, there's something you wish to discuss with me, but are not ready right now. I am going to leave now and come back in 3 hours." Now, it is not them refusing to talk to you. It is you allowing them to gather their thoughts until the time you set. As the silent treatment is not about solving issues in the relationship, expect them to use various tactics to regain control, such as flying into a rage, making false allegations, or sulking where they may try to use guilt-tripping and shaming. Or they may not even show up. Regardless of their response, it is just another tactic to avoid talking about the issue at hand, which could be taking responsibility for actions you called them out on. If they do show up, keep the conversation on point and only engage in calm and respectful dialogue. If they refuse, walk away, for they are showing you that they do not care about you and are unwilling to talk to you or give you affection unless they get their way. That is not what the person who loves you does. However, if a narcissist becomes violent or you fear for your safety, prioritize your well-being above all else. Violence, including threats of violence, are serious warning signs of an abusive relationship that may escalate further. Things do not get better over time. If you feel unsafe, begin planning your exit strategy and seek support from trusted friends, family, or professionals. See silent treatment as an opportunity rather than a punishment. Take advantage of the silence to clear your mind and thoughts. Focus on yourself, your well-being, and your personal growth. Remind yourself that during this time, you are spared from the narcissist's verbal abuse, accusations, and degrading comments. This is a good time to journal your thoughts. Calmly state to the narcissist that you respect their decision not to communicate with you, and that you will use the time to focus on yourself. Narcissists believe that you cannot be happy without them, which makes them feel powerful and needed. By demonstrating that you won't be manipulated by their tactics and that you're capable of finding happiness and fulfillment on your own, you may find that the silent treatment ends far sooner than you expect. Although you may yearn to talk to them, which can make you sad and depressed, understand that the silent treatment is a tool used by narcissists to control and manipulate, and it's not a reflection of your worth or because of anything you did wrongly. When you seem to be happier without them and go on with your life, they often fear that they will become irrelevant and will normally quickly seek a way to try to talk to you again. However, do expect them to take actions to undermine your happiness while still giving you the silent treatment, which takes us to the next tip. To set boundaries, and enforcing boundaries with a narcissist can be challenging, but it is crucial for maintaining your self-respect and protecting your well-being. If you have leverage to set boundaries, such as control over certain aspects of a narcissist's life, you can use it to your advantage. Communicate calmly and assertively that while it's their choice not to engage in conversation, there will be consequences for their actions. For example, you may decide to cut off certain privileges or services you provide for them, such as access to your phone or transportation to work. However, keep in mind that narcissists often react to boundaries in a similar manner to a spoiled child who resents being told what to do and losing control. They may react with anger or aggression when confronted with limitations. However, by standing firm in your boundaries and holding them accountable for their behavior, you assert your autonomy and refuse to be manipulated. Treat them with a level of accountability and consequences appropriate for their actions, much like you would with a child who needs guidance and discipline to learn proper behavior. Setting boundaries and enforcing them consistently is asserting your own needs and rights within the relationship. Silent treatment has a profound impact on your mental and emotional well-being. Talking to someone who understands what you are going through can validate your experiences, give you empathy and understanding, and give you guidance tailored to your specific situation. It may be a trusted friend, family member, therapist, or online support group, even if it is only communication via email. The important thing is to connect with others, as apart from the advice and strategies to deal with a narcissist, they can help alleviate feelings of isolation and worthlessness. However, know that it can take time and effort to find someone willing or able to help you, so keep reaching out. If you find yourself constantly subjected to the silent treatment or experiencing any form of abuse from the narcissist, it's essential to evaluate the health and viability of a relationship. Abuse, whether physical, verbal, or emotional, erodes your well-being, steals your happiness, and consumes your precious time. Even if a narcissist isn't physically or verbally abusive, but consistently plays the victim, manipulates, and refuses to engage in healthy communication, it can still take a toll on your mental and emotional health. Consider what you would do if you knew you had limited time left. Would you choose to spend it with someone who makes you feel insignificant and unhappy? Leaving a narcissist is undoubtedly challenging, especially if they've systematically undermined your self-confidence and self-image over time. However, It's crucial to recognize that you deserve happiness and respect in a relationship. Begin by rebuilding your self-confidence and self-worth, seeking support from friends, family, or professionals. Developing a plan to leave a narcissist may take time and effort, but it's a worthwhile investment in your future happiness and well-being. Seek assistance and resources available to you, even if it requires persistence and patience. Remember, you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness, and taking steps to free yourself from a toxic relationship is a courageous and empowering decision. Ultimately, prioritizing your own mental and emotional health is far more valuable than investing time and energy into a relationship with someone who consistently undermines your worth and happiness. You deserve to live a life free from manipulation and abuse, filled with love, respect, and fulfillment. Learn more about narcissism by watching the video suggested to you right now.